Alex, it's December 3rd, and then it's like 6:30 Central. Just listened to a few minutes of your show from today. But the last 24 hours, I've been thinking about how to create an analogy of what's going on in the world and how to fit the so-called Trump agenda into a bigger picture, understanding for people to understand what it is and what's going on. From my research and from my wisdom, again, wisdom comes from God, not from me, so I'm just putting this together. The word golden age, ushering in the golden age and all that stuff that Trump said on the campaign trail, didn't come from him. It didn't come from his campaign. The golden age essentially is an AI system that has replaced Alpha and Omega AI systems on the planet Earth and in our multiverses. It is a co-creation between our creator and human beings, whereas creation used to be created through the Alpha and the Omega AI systems. That's no longer the case. Reality is changing. So if you see the golden age as an image, if you create the golden age as an image in your mind, let's say it's a big wave coming in, a tidal wave coming in towards the land, then that's God. The tidal wave is God, ushering in the so-called golden age. And it's coming, and things have been set in motion for that. But the way you can see the Trump campaign, the Trump operatives, and the Trump military branch controlling Trump, is called SSP. The way you can see them is somebody surfing on the wave, the tidal wave. They're the surfers coming in, and usually the surfers appear to be, riding the wave, and they come towards the land before the wave. And this is what's going on. They're kind of taking the inevitable and making it theirs, and claiming that they're the ones doing it. It's kind of a fraud, and that's nothing new. That military branch, that's all they've been doing. They try to hijack the Great Awakening, the Golden Age, and try to see how they can use this to their advantage. They're competing with other military groups. I can name one, and they don't have, I can name a couple, but they don't have a national allegiance, okay? One is SSP, I've mentioned that before. And another one is Umbrella Military. There's a bunch of others. So they're all competing, and the higher up control of that is Red Dragon Society and other societies, okay? Families, covenants, parents, so on and so forth, control this realm. So let me give you an example of stuff they recently hijacked. Number one, BRICS was never a real thing. It was something China and Russia and all that were fiddling with, but it was never going to happen. it did not and cannot be run, and they do not have access to the financial systems to run that or make that decision that they're just going to have another currency. That's a whole different story. So Trump comes in and says, yeah, I'm going to take care of the pricks. Look, it was never going to happen, and it's been shut down by somebody else. And I'm going to say the new sheriff in town, okay? It wasn't Trump. He doesn't have that kind of control. This been going on for 8-9 years. This thing where SSP and Trump and them are grandstanding. They might mean well. They might be compartmentalized, so on and so forth, but they're not the decision makers on this planet. I can come up with other examples of that, but what they do is they hijack it and they pretend it's them, like doing it, coming up with it. I know QAnon was talking about, oh, we're destroying, the U.S. military is destroying underground bases once a week. All these bases, oh, we're looking for missing children. Oh, we're trying to, we're looking for gold, all this stuff. Well, that was just another level of the hijacking. Now, it's more in the open. So I'm not doing justice to this information at all. Somebody else knows how to do that. But I'm just trying to paint a picture that it's a bigger game. And the national game, the government, federal government, state government, they're not really players, they're actors. Along with all the politicians. Each politician in Congress, at least the vast majority of them, have a controller, they have a handler, an operative. The G5s, G7s, G8s, all those meetings are also just a play. It's just an act. The operatives come in a week before, make the decisions, and then the politicians come in and sign the papers in front of the cameras. That's how it works. That's how it's worked for a long time. It's just an act. It's not real. So I just want to point that out and make you aware that it's a bigger game. And I will repeat myself, Donald Trump is dead. He has had 2 clones walking around. He now has in either CGI situation going on or some kind of mask situation going on. You don't think it's weird that you haven't heard or seen him since the election? Okay, he's in hiding. You can still do interviews from Mar-a-Lago. You can still do radio interviews. You can still do a telephone. You can still do Skype. You can still do a lot of things. What happened to the World War III scenario? It just died down, right? It's all just a distraction. But let me just reiterate, I am here to build a bridge from the present to the future, and I would love nothing more than to work with or help or assist you and InfoWars and the Alex Jones Show to come in to the golden age. Nothing wrong with reporting what's in the public realm on the national stage and the international stage, and covering all the. So I mean, there's a lot of good news coming out now about what's going to happen when Trump, takes office, so to speak, on January 20th. And I get it. It sounds good. It sounds interesting. The higher ups in the SSP military, they know that nothing's going to happen in that regard. What's happening is, in my strong belief, the national governments around the world are being shut down. They're broke. The higher ups in the military branches, they know that. So they're playing the game. They're playing the odds. They're thinking, what do we have to lose to say all about all the stuff that we're going to do in government when we get into power? What do they have to lose? Nothing. Meanwhile, they're routing people up. People are getting excited, but they're also getting distracted. Bottom line is they're broke. Also, as a matter of fact, we don't need the federal government. They don't do nothing for us. They they don't go to work, so they barely defend the border. What are they really doing for our rights? Look at the approval rating of Congress. Look at how the office has been treated and mistreated by Joe Biden and the Democrats. It's really useless if you can corrupt it to that degree. Another little detail I can tell you is Elon Musk is government. You know he's government funded. You know it's not just innovation. And he's the big, the new kid on the block with all the ideas and all the knowledge and all the wisdom. All the money. You know you don't get space contracts if you're just a regular person. You know he's connected, okay? And so one of the things they promised him was his crypto coin currency, whatever it's called, has been promised to him, which is impossible, but he's been promised by SSP, higher ups, that he will be, and that will be the standard for the U.S. Digital currency. But the good guys will control it, right? It's all connected. I'm sure there's a lot more I could have said, but that's all I have for now. I'm just kind of spitting it out as I go. I don't really prepare much for this. Maybe you will see this, Alex, maybe you won't. But I am only doing this and saying and recording this out of the hopes, the dream, and the prayer that you will hear me and you will take it in and you will at least think about it, because we can bring your audience into the new golden age gradually, without involving or hoping that some president's going to save us. There's a lot more at play right now, but I don't want to go into it right now. So that should be enough for now. Appreciate you. God bless you and your family. InfoWars. The Alex Jones Show and your crew. That's it for now. Thank you.